What is going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be going ahead and doing my treasure map playthrough video. I do want to apologize because I actually thought that the treasure map started tomorrow, like 24 hours later. So I didn't actually get enough time to prepare a My Teams video, which I definitely wanted to do. So you guys would have seen the community tab by now in terms of the teams that I am using. Actually, I did have to change one of them because I'm stupid, but also the fact that we pulled the Sanji character. Yes, I did do off-screen multi-pulls. I'm not saying how many. It was not the guaranteed step. It was a lot more than I wanted to do, but we did actually end up getting Sanji, which is awesome, and do expect content over the coming days in terms of Garp challenges, PvP, showcase, you know the deal whenever we get a brand new Sugofest exclusive character. But talking about this particular event, of course, we were lucky enough to pull the Sanji, the Luffy, the Chopper, and the Nami, so those characters are all very ideal, obviously, for the Intrusion and also the final boss team versus Zoro. Rockstar is also a phenomenal rare recruit here that gets around a lot of debuffs. If you have Rockstar, he's phenomenal for the final boss and the Intrusion fight. But if you guys want to see more accessible teams, definitely go check out my treasure map preparation video, because that'll give you a little bit more of an insight as to what these bosses do in more detail, and you guys will be able to build them a little bit more accessible, of course. So if you guys want to check that out, check out the prep video. This is not what this video is aimed to do. This is just showing you how I personally am playing through this treasure map. And of course, because, you know, Sanji is able to boost for so many turns, on the Revive of Judge, you can just get through it. If you don't have, you know, your own Sanji, having a friend captain is typically more than enough after the Revive, because, you know, you're going to be having boosts for Stage 2, and you'll also have a boost for the final stage as well, even after the Revive. The next boss coming up here is going to be Nami. Now, I actually took this boss on in the mid-map, so typically it's going to be a little bit more difficult than this if you are taking her on the Battle Rush. But the brand new Koala from the previous treasure map, she's like the most optimal unit to be bringing here. So on the last stage, you get inflicted with attack down by 6 turns. It's like 6 turns of attack down and 6 turns of chain coefficient reduction. So the way that you would be structuring this team is that you would use the Koala special prior to reaching the final stage, because Koala, when you activate her special, gives your team an immunity buff to chain coefficient reduction and attack down, the 2 debuffs that get inflicted you on the final boss stage. So as long as you use Koala special on stage 4, when you move into the final stage, you actually don't get inflicted with any debuffs, so it makes things a lot easier. Plus, Koala gives you an attack boost on the following turn as well, plus on activation turn, so she's like such a good unit for this fight, and she's like a 3.75 times captain too, so you can't really go wrong, especially because she does also have type advantage. So now that we've made it to the Battle Rush, we're going to be taking on the first boss, which is Chopper. Chopper, in terms of HP, is the lowest of all of the bosses that you'll be taking on in this treasure map, and I've just decided to opt for Kid. Now, the only real debuff that you have to take note of in this fight is that on the final boss stage, you'll be inflicted with 2 turns of Special Bind. Now, the thing is this treasure map Zoro, if you actually get him maxed out and you want to continue playing treasure map, you can actually use him as the captain, because treasure map Zoro is a 4 times attack boost as a captain to Free Spirit, but he has an added effect in his captain that reduces 2 turns of Special Bind as a captain, right? So it means you can use just treasure map Zoro as your captain, you don't have to deal with the Special Bind at all, and you can just, you know, activate a Zoro special and just kill him. So that is an option, but I decided to use Kid, of course, because all these characters, well, not all of them, but a lot of these characters are relatively high point boosted. So yeah, that's the main reason why we did that, and it's pretty easy. You know, Kid special can just help you just destroy Chopper. You get all those boosts from Kid as well, and also using the Flampe from the Sugo that we just pulled to get rid of that Special Bind and give a color affinity boost. The next boss in this video is going to be versus the Monkey D. Luffy boss fight. Now, this boss fight is actually a little bit tricky. If you have versus Shanks, he makes this fight super duper easy. But of course, I don't have Whitebeard and Shanks yet, so I'm opting for this Free Spirit build. So what happens on the last stage is you'll get given block orbs, so you need a way to get around those block orbs. Your middle row is going to be binded for 5 turns. So after sockets, it becomes 2 turns of bind. And the enemy Luffy does have 5 turns of increased defense. So the way that I'm getting around it is I'm using the Ace and Sabo special, which will give us an orb boost. It gets rid of the block orbs, and it gets rid of the bind. And then I'm using the Kuja Pirates, which gives me an attack boost, a conditional boost, and it also gets rid of the 5 turns of the defense up. So just with Kuja Pirates and Ace and Sabo, we can get around everything. And Luffy's a really good captain, of course. And, you know, we're just using the Luffy special to help us wave clear one of the stages, just to get to the boss stage a bit easier. Of course, as time progresses, we can use the Luffy special instead of the Kuja Pirates special to get a bigger attack boost for our team. And, of course, normally, and, you know, a little bit more efficiently, you can get more damage if you switch Nami into the Sanji form. But, you know, just really early nav levels, we can just attack normally and Garp is going to kill without any problems. The last of the Battle Rush bosses is versus Sanji, and Sanji is a pretty easy boss fight, honestly. If you've got Komurasaki, you shouldn't really have too many issues here, but even if you don't, it won't be that difficult, because as long as you have the free-to-play Blackbeard from the point farming event, and if you have Arena Mihawk, you basically get around all of the debuffs that are given to you. The only other thing you'll have to take note of is the fact that you'll get given unfavorable slots on the final boss room. So if you have some type of way to shift your slots around to something else, you want to make sure that you have that. So if you have Bonnie, you can use Bonnie as the captain. If you got Komurasaki, you can use that. If you have versus Whitebeard, you can use that. There's so many options for this team because the two key units that you need are free to play. So the Sanji boss fight, in my opinion, is ridiculously easy. And now once again we make ourselves to the final boss room against Zoro, and of course we're going to be using the exact same team that we used for the Intrusion boss fight. Of course we do need to activate a little bit different specials in terms of what stage we have to use them on, but realistically it is more of the same that you would typically see. Of course Sanji does give us the 2x attack and the 2x orb boost on turn 1 for 4 turns, which is very nice. One thing to note though is that enemy preemptive attacks do actually ruin this, because, you know, even on stage 1, if stage 1 they activated preemptive, it does actually get rid of one of the turns of his boost, so that's a real big downside to the unit. But overall, Sanji's not going to have any problems with this, and as I said, if you want more accessible teams, go check out my preparation video. A friend Captain Sanji is typically going to be more than enough in order to get through this boss fight pretty easy. But I'll leave you guys with the rest of this clip against the treasure map versus Zoro. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and of course I will be uploading all of my treasure map reward pulls once the event has concluded and we get our ranking rewards. Next time I stream, I should be streaming tomorrow as of this video going live, and we'll be doing all of the tickets that I get, because I'll likely be farming to get all the tickets today. Tomorrow we'll do the pulls on stream. Hopefully we get some good pulls, and really hope you guys out there watching the video also get really good luck with your treasure map reward pulls. Hopefully you get some good stuff. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video today, and if you guys have enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.